Welcome to the lecture series on programming with problem solving, and the topic is going to be tokens in C. So, what is a token? A token in C, it can be defined as the smallest individual element of the programming language that is meaningful to the compiler. It is a basic component of a C program, and the under this roof of token, we have the different terminologies like keywords, operators, identifiers, constants, strings, and special symbols. We'll see one by one. So the keyword is the predefined or the reserved words in a programming language. The keyword is meant to perform a specific function in a program. The keywords are referred names for a compiler and they cannot be used as a variable name because by doing so, we'll be trying to assign a new meaning to the keyword which is not permitted. We cannot redefine keyword, but we can specify the text to be substituted for keyword before compilation by using the C preprocessor directives. In C, we have 32 keywords and they are auto, break, case, char, const, continue, default, do, double, else, enum, extend, float, for, go to, if, int, long, register, return, short, sign, size of static, structure, switch, type def, union, unsigned, void, volatile, and while. So if you look into the alphabets, it can be easily kept in mind. And coming to the concept on identifiers they are used as a general terminology for naming the variables, functions, and arrays. They are user-defined names. They consist of arbitrarily long sequence of letters and digits, but with either a letter or underscore as the first character. These identifier names they must differ in spelling and case from any keywords, but we cannot use keywords as identifier, but they are reserved for special use. Once declared, we can use identifier in later program statements to refer the associated value. And once again, what is an identifier? It is the general terminology used for naming the variables, functions, and arrays. And the rules are given like it can only be the letter digits or underscore, no special character is allowed. And coming to the topic of constant, they refer to the variables with the fixed values. They are like normal variable, but with the difference that their values cannot be modified in the functions once they are defined. The constant, it can have any of the data type like int, float, or character. And here is an example to write the syntax with the constant const int. The variable name is c underscore variable and the value of 20 is assigned to the variable c character which is of integer data type. So the constant, it can also be used with the pointers. So the symbols which are related to the pointers are asterisk and this ampersand that will be reading out when we talk about pointers. And next we have the concept on strings. They are nothing but an array of characters which ends with a null character. So the null character that indicates the end of the string. Strings are always enclosed in double quotes. A character is enclosed in a single quote. So here you can see the different example. Character string of 5 means you can have a letter 5 letters within single quotes, and for a string of 5 means within double quotes you can give a letter with 5 words, or it can also be less than that, and if the size is not specified also it will take up the character inside. So we have a number of special symbols. We have the bracket, the opening and the closing of the brackets, which are used as array element references. They indicate the single and the multi-dimensional subscripts, and then we have the parentheses, which are used to indicate the function calls and function parameters. And then we have the braces, this opening and ending curly braces. They mark the start and end of a block of code which contains more than one executable statement. Then we have the comma, which is used to separate more than one statement, like for separating parameters and function calls. And then we have this colon that essentially invokes something that is in an initialization list, and then we have the semicolon that indicates the end of one logical entity. That's why each individual statement must be ended with a semicolon. And then we have the asterisk, which is used to create a pointer variable and for the multiplication of variables. Then we have the assignment operator, which is used to assign values and for logical operation validation. Then we have the preprocessor as a macro processor, which is used automatically by the compiler that to transform the program before actual compilation. Then we have the dot symbol as a period, which is used to assess the members of a structure or an union. And then we do have the bitwise ones complement operator, which is called as tilde. And so we'll continue with the operators. The operators are the symbols which trigger an action when applied to the C variables and other objects. The data items on these operators are called operands. Depending on the number of operands that an operator can act upon, operators are classified as unary operators, binary operators, and ternary operators. The unary operators require only one single operator to act upon. Example of unary operators are increment and decrement. And then we have the binary operators that needs two operands to act upon, and they are further classified as arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, and bitwise operator. And the last is this ternary operator that requires three operands to act upon. This conditional operator is also called as ternary operator. Thank you.